other each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're having a good day. I know I'm being quiet. I'm writing something. There we go. I'm done. So he's saying that I see you drink the AA Kool-Aid like we're a cult. I wrote it. I just said, all I hear is somebody that doesn't want to do the work. Yeah. Morning, Leisure. Good to see you. Happy Sober Monday. Monday. I've had my grandkids for 3 days. I'm still sane. We call that progress. We call that progress. Oh, so I recently, just yesterday, I signed up to be part of an AA thing. We do, it's services that we have, right? For cooperation with professional community committee. And I'm really looking forward to it because it's in line with what I'm already kind of doing. And they're doing some great things. So I'm excited to get in and be part of a group that's like-minded and already moving forward. Dion doesn't have to be the leader. I don't have to do all this other stuff. I can just do what I'm good at. But what I'd really like to do is learn a little bit more. I'm looking forward to learning some new things, or maybe figure out where I've been doing it wrong. If I can make it better, I'm always willing to do that. Right. Morning, Michelle. Amber says I'm fucking here. She did not. Her comment was not taken down by YouTube, who clearly does not want Amber to have freedom of speech. Heather, good morning. Good to see you. She says, Happy New Day. And it's going to be a good day. And all my troubles will go away. Yeah, be a good day. Got an extra hand. Sweet. Oh, out of the ones you made. That's all right. I'm sure we'll reach 11 people at some point. It may not even work out. I just thought it was a good idea to try, right, and see what we get. So we're doing today's daily reflection from the AA Daily Reflection. So I'm going to read. It leads us to As Bill Sees It. I'm going to read the daily reflection first. There'll be some repeating, but AA is all about repeating. I got to say, last night, I got a text from ex-sponsee now, I guess. And it was the nicest breakup I've ever had in my life. Oh, it's your way of telling. Yeah, I only got 2 days to get that. We do need to set that up. All right. Tomorrow. If we could do that tomorrow, that would be perfect for me. Today, my daughter's coming over with her stuff. I got to store some of her stuff. So I'm waiting on her to show up and do that. So if we could meet up tomorrow, that'd be awesome. Or maybe even this afternoon, I might be able to pull it off. But I would like to get those from you. I got to get that set up. Got a couple cool things this week. Our hybrid meeting starts. That's going to be a lot of fun. Hi, Patricia. It's good to see you. Good afternoon to you. Our hybrid meeting is starting, and my focus this week is going to be on. I've been wiggling my way into a job at Aurora Mental Health, and so we're meeting on Thursday on where does Dion kind of belong and everything. See, they're getting ready to move to the new campus and these other things, and I seem to be the resources are. Not only, yeah, anyway, not only, like Adams County, they're handing out my resources. It went on a Google Drive, things like that. But there was a person working at Adams County that reached out to me personally for some help. And I thought that was pretty cool. It was for a friend. Okay, give me a second here. Somebody is wanting to troll, and they're laughing. They're going through and laughing at all my stuff because they hate AA. So there we go. Blocked. Done. All done. Oh, just people that they want to argue. Anyway, let's get started. Two magnificent standards. All AA progress can be reckoned in terms of just two words: humility and responsibility. I was just in a meeting, and friend in there, she often says, that she was taught in the beginning of the program that when she goes to the grocery store, those carts that are just, those lonely carts all by themselves, or just stranded in the parking lot, that she's to grab them and put them away as part of her service work. Okay. But she sees it as a responsibility. And I understand that. When I see something going on, when I see something happening, if I can go out of my way to be a better person, then I should take the chance. Not my problem is not, that's not acceptable to me. I'm not okay with that. Quite often, something will happen to me and I will catch it, but I will take care of it so it doesn't happen to the next person. I'm doing something right now, but I may be wrong on it. I may be wrong about something. And I even told that it has to do with this ATM that's double dipping, right? And they're saying, well, it's a bank fee. I'm like, this is not a bank fee. I understand all this, and I understand this, and I understand that. Just got done loading, going to the gas station, wash our hands, and then I'll be on the way. Okay. Are you bringing your mother? I hope I don't have to fucking see my ex today. I got a few words for her. Okay, God, if she does come over, help me. Please keep my mouth shut. Help me keep my mouth shut. Please, God. I got to keep my mouth shut. I can say hi. That's about it. Okay. Leisure says, I always return the carts. It's the little things. Little things kill. Little things build. It's true, my friends. Got to give her a thumbs up so she know I got the message, right? All right. But sometimes not my problem has to occur. Did they wipe? What did they clean them to? Is that what you're asking? Our whole spiritual development can be accurately measured by our degree of adherence to these magnificent standards, as Bill sees at page 271, which we'll be getting to. Heather said that some individuals have nothing better to do than troll or try and bomb AA. Happens too frequently on the Zoom meetings. Yes, except for Grassroots. Grassroots has never had a bomber or a troll. I'm going to cover that. Let's cover that. Why are we getting, because if we go to page 62, and maybe this will help a little bit. If we go to page 62, right, and sick man's prayer, absolutely, or what we would call the 11th step prayer. Oh no, the sick man prayer is different. I apologize. That is incorrect. If we go to page 62, it says selfishness, self-centeredness, that we think is the root of our troubles. Driven by 100 forms of fear, self-delusion, self-pity, and self-seeking, we step on the toes of our fellows and they retaliate, sometimes without provocation. And here it is. But we invariably find that at some point in the past, we have done something which later places us in a position to be hurt. I know it sounds like weird, like it doesn't go with this. Okay. Did you ding dong ditch? Did you prank phone call? Did you torture your neighbors? Did you prank and do all this other stuff? Oh, you did? Well, welcome to your consequences. That's the way I see it. The meetings that get most of the bombers are not doing an attraction rather than promotion. I will not list on what's called OIAA. That is where they get all their information. Not that I don't love AA, but, we can't save the world. International AA on Zoom. I mean, it's still got to be personal, right? So those bombers, those trolls that are doing things that we don't appreciate, well, I guess we know how those people felt when we were doing it to them, huh? For me, those are the consequences of past actions. Do I still find it rude and things like that? Sure. Does it irritate me? Sure. But what is wrong? But my first reaction is usually what? Wrong. Right? And I'll hear people say, oh, those are future members of AA and da, 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 da. No, that's like wishing bad karma. Just remove them and go on. That's all you can do. Right? It's really all you can do. But do not allow them to make you angry, or they won. Leisure said, Michelle said, yes, I did. So Heather says, oh shit, especially while blackout drunk. Yeah, right. Leisure, I had to screenshot this reading last week to remind me through some shit I'm working through. Yeah. All right, let's get back to some of the reading here. To acknowledge and respect the views, accomplishments, and prerogatives of others, and to accept being wrong shows me the way of humility. Being wrong isn't necessarily, I hear what they're saying. It is a form of humility, understanding that you're wrong. When you take something wrong and make it right, that is humility. Absolutely it is. But it's only a part of it. See, humility is, for me, is thinking of myself less, not thinking less of myself. All right. To practice the principles of AA in all my affairs guides me to be responsible. I'm responsible. We say it all the time. I'm responsible when anyone anywhere reaches out for help. I want the hand of AA always to be there. So don't let that person just sit in the corner and be uncomfortable and not understand. And when you have the knowledge to be able to help them out, you spot it, you got it. Nope. If you see something going on, do you think maybe God put it in front of you because he trusted you well enough to do something about it? because he loves you that much, because he trusts you that much. I think that's a pretty big deal, man. I think it's the highest calling ever. That's my belief. All right. Helping God's children is the highest calling ever. And not only do we help God's children, we save them from death. We save them from a life that doesn't need to be lived. And then we take no credit for it. That's humility. Yeah. Honoring these precepts, giving credence to tradition 4, and to all other traditions of the Fellowship Alcoholics Anonymous, has evolved a philosophy of full life and of valid motivations. All right. You know, and that's why I'm going to this meeting for working with professionals. And I'm going to go, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the cotton out of my ears. I'm going to shove it in my mouth. I'm looking forward to learning because I know I'm missing some things. And clearly these people are doing things correctly. So why not learn from them? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to not being the one running it. I get to sit back and pick my nose and let other people do it. You know, and it makes me excited because then I get to do what I'm best at. It's kind of nice. Rich and highly relevant principles and ethical values, a view of life which can be extended beyond the confines of the alcoholic population. To honor these precepts, I need only pray and care for my fellow man as if each one were my brother. Each one is your brother or sister. Each one of them. Yeah. You know, the only requirement for me to help you is that you're a child of God. Okay? There it is. I don't need anything else. I am willing to put aside my own bullshit for 10, 15 minutes in order to help somebody else out. Sure, I am. It's humility. I know who I am. I don't need other people. I don't need the help of other people to determine what Dion is. I've done a lot of work and figured it out. Do I totally know? No, I don't. Which is why I signed up for what I did, so I could learn a little bit more. You know? All right. There's another part in As Bill Sees It that we can get to here. All right. Ever deepening humility. Yeah, that's the thing about humility. The term humility or the definition of humility is going to change as you stick in the longer you stay sober, humility changes and doing the work. Humility will change. In the beginning, humility was asking God for help. That was the humility. Understanding that the way I was doing it was not the right way, that I don't want to say messing it up, but I certainly wasn't doing the best job at it. You know, then I get to step 3, and step 3 wants me to turn over everything. And I did. I gave it all to him, good, bad, or indifferent, because clearly I didn't know the difference between good, bad, or indifferent. I didn't. Even though I've been taught again, you know, during my first 12 years, I learned it. Sure, I did. But when I'm drinking, I'm not allowed to keep those things, man. You revert right on back to who you were. And it doesn't take much. It takes a couple drinks. And bam, I can become that person again very quickly. That's Pastor Marcia. Thank God for auto replies. I just wondering if she's ready to catch up. So we're going to catch up tomorrow. I love Pastor Marcia. She's awesome. I have some really fucking cool friends, man. I really do. What time tomorrow? Let's see. It's Tuesday. I don't have any sponsees. I meet with her at 11. I could probably talk to her afternoon sometime. All right, let's get back to this and then I'll finish up there. Thank you for letting me do that. Accompanied by an ever-grading willingness to accept and act upon clear-cut obligations, like returning the cart obligation. Why is that cart being put there? And this is, how you want to look at it is how you want to look at it. But the way I see it is, there again, I still feel like I owe. That's the responsibility. I feel like I owe the program. And I don't think that feeling is ever going to go away. I feel like I owe God. Okay. Now, God has not put that determination on me. That was created by me to keep me going. I don't mind the obligation. I appreciate it. The fact that God trusts me with as many people and with the people that he does is just wow. And I'm not this is not a brag. It's often that I go to a meeting and my name is brought up several times. I don't know why, but I have to accept it for what it is. Because your perception of me and my perception of me are very different. And that's okay. I want to be what it is that you need. I'm okay being malleable. I've had to change a lot in my life. So for me, it's not that big of a deal. It's not, I love meeting people where they're at. I love the comfort. I love providing hope. I love to see their eyes light up when they finally fucking get it. Oh man, I love it. I have not found a better benefit anywhere. All right. So the willingness to accept those clear-cut obligations. These are truly our touchstones for all growth in the life of the spirit. So pain was the touchstone for change for us, but it changes to humility. Humility has a little bit of pain in it, by the way. Not much. And you get to decide the level of pain. Isn't that cool? Remember when you asked God for help the first time, keep you sober that day? There's a little pain in your stomach, wasn't there? But eventually it went away. Now it's not there when you ask. What is that? Well, it's a fear. It's a fear that we may not become who it is or what it is that we think we should be. Okay? And I'm going to tell you now, for all the great thoughts that I've had about what I was going to be in this life, no, never thought of this. I couldn't. My mind is too finite. I needed infinite wisdom, and that is my higher power. For all growth in the life of the spirit, right? We're living a spirit life now. We're living a spiritual life. Our whole life has been dealing with spirits. Alcohol is called spirits. It's one of the names, spirits and wines. So we've all been. What does that mean? It means in one way or another, as long as you are open-minded and willing to have it in your life, we are all connected. See, you're giving me an allowance here. You're allowing me to speak my experience, but on an emotional and spiritual level, you're letting me in. You're allowing that because it's a good thing. I wouldn't be able to do it if people weren't open-minded or didn't want to change. If I was full of shit, nobody would be around because, we're a bunch of bullshitters. I can't sit here and bullshit you. It won't work. You'll know. You may not know exactly, but there'll be something in your gut going, something ain't right with this guy. And your intuition would be correct. Right? That's how I'm much different than most of the other places out there. If I'm in a bad mood and I come on here, I tell you I'm in a bad mood. Sometimes I cry. There's different emotions, man. If you think I'm happy, joyous, and free all the time, fuck that. No, I'm not. That would be kind of boring, actually. I need a little drama in my life to keep me going. Right? Put on your happy face. I'm not going to. The one thing I can't be anymore is fake. It'll tear me apart. I already lived the fake life. It did not work out for me. Right? They hold us up to the very essence of right being and right doing. It is by them that we are enabled to find and do God's will. God's will. Good old God's will. I don't know what God's will is for me today. I haven't been through the day yet. There might be something that happens, something might change, my daughter is coming over. I'm sure she wants to do some talking, There's a lot of variables out there. The only real thing I have planned today is the 5:00 meeting, which I highly recommend everybody start attending. Actually, everybody here does. So, I don't know what it is, but we have struck something bigger than gold. It's just a feeling. I don't know what it is yet. But I have a feeling that grassroots meeting is going to be pivotal for several people that live in Northland, Colorado. The hybrid meeting's a big deal, man. Yeah. Show off my funky tea. It's just doesn't say anything. Purple haze is what it says. Yeah. Jimi Hendrix. That's right. Love Jimmy. A lot of you already know this, but I was born 4 hours after Jimi Hendrix died. It's one of those things I brag about. I'm going to tell you what it's meant. Absolutely nothing. Hasn't meant anything. All right. I gotta go get some things done before my daughter gets here, get things set up. So, depending on what happens, I'm sure I'll be here a little bit later. I'll probably come back again today. So, I hope you all have a great day. I hope you're having a great day today. I love you. You know I do. Peace out.